Welcome to the latest edition of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, brought to you by the 5 Reasons Sports Network. I'm your host, Jonathan, aka 3-Piece Combo, and today's segment, we're going to be getting into the positive and negative takeaways about yesterday's game against the Toronto Raptors. It was a great game. Jimmy came out, he showed out, he showed why he should have been an all-star. Bam played a great game, having 10 boards in the first half, 6 offensive rebounds overall in the game, showing why he should be an all-star. Really good game overall. I just love the way we played. It was just such a fun game to watch. But like always, I want you guys to comment down below if there's anything that I missed during this segment that you guys see that I didn't see. Leave it in the comment down below, and I'll put you guys up on screen. We're gonna actually do the comment section after the video this time, so we're gonna get right into the good for the game against the Toronto Raptors. So starting with the good, I mean, what wasn't good in yesterday's game? I think the only thing that wasn't good in yesterday's game was 23s that we gave up. But the Toronto Raptors were hitting everything. I mean, they were taking it from Toronto and they were making those shots from Toronto. So, they were making everything from three anyways. And the fact that we gave up 23-point shots and we still won that game, huge positive for me. Huge positive. So starting with number one, Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler came out, absolutely phenomenal performance. He had 27 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds, 8 for 8 from the free throw line, 3 steals, and a block. Dude was stuffing the stat sheets. He had double-figure scoring in the fourth quarter. He had 3 3-pointers. 3 3-pointers. That's the most 3-pointers I feel like we've seen Jimmy Butler shoot since he's been with the Heat. So it was really good to see him shoot those 3-pointers and to make those shots. His shot looked good. He not even on top of the 3, he took a couple of mid-range shots as well. So it's nice to see Jimmy getting back into form. And if Jimmy can hit some 3-pointers or even take just 1 or 2 per game, I would love that, because you're just going to get a lot more spacing for him. He's going to be able to create a little bit better. Just like how we want Bam to shoot, I think we should also want Jimmy to shoot as well. Now, getting into Bam a little bit, great game from Bam as well. I mean, as always, we're going to want him to be more aggressive, but let's just throw out the window for now. 19 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, a block and a steal. Stuffing the stat sheet, doing another great job. 7-11 from the field, so phenomenal in the field goal percentage, and he was just playing lockdown defense. He was doing everything he needs him to do. He was driving to the paint. He had that nasty dunk, hint for the ugly, on Siakam, but it was just such a great game from him. Another great show out. Just a quick shout out to guys like Andre Iguodala, who came in, knocked down threes when momentum was important, when we were losing momentum and we needed to get it back. Andre Iguodala came back and he showed out. Kendrick Nunn, although he didn't have the biggest stat line, 7 points, 7 assists as well. 3 of the first 4 field goals that were made by the Miami Heat last night were assisted by Kendrick Nunn. So he's showing that even though he didn't have the best game offensively, like what Ariel said, he showed what his floor can be. And I think if this could be his floor, at least we have a little bit of value that we can base and we can still play him moving forward. Also, I mean, loved what I saw from Duncan Robinson. Couldn't ask for anything more from this team. I felt like it was great. Last guy I want to touch on, just because, I wanted to save him a little bit special. He has a special place in all of our heart as Heat fans. Goran Dragic, the Dragon, made his return, and boy, he was great. In only 20 minutes of action, he had 15 points, and he was setting dudes up. He was making his downhill plays, running through contact. Just a phenomenal game from Goran Dragic, and I feel like if we can get that type of production from him in 20 to 25 minutes, keep it on the low end, money. That's all you need from him. You don't want to do more from that because he has an injury history. Keep him around 20 minutes. Let him just play 100% for those 20 minutes when Bam and Jimmy are getting their breaks. So that way we can keep them fresh. We can keep Goran healthy. Everybody wins. We don't got to worry about the offense. Iguodala or Tyler Hero forced to be in this position anymore. So overall, great team win. 4 wins in a row is our highest win streak of the season, so we're getting kind of on a little bit of a run right now. We got a tough game against the Utah Jazz. Going to be a real test for us, but it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, great game from us overall. So let's get a look into some of the bad, for this game. It wasn't too much you can really complain about, but we're still going to nitpick because that's what we do on this show. So let's get into the bad. Like I said, not too many bad things, so I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Really, a couple of main things. First main thing, giving up 23-point shots to the Toronto Raptors. On most nights, that's a notable indicator that you're going to lose. We're playing a really good ball movement team in the Utah Jazz on Friday. They hit a lot of threes. They all shoot threes, maybe outside of Rudy Gobert. So if we're going to give up a lot of threes to them, they're going to make us pay. We did it to the Raptors, and luckily we were able to come out with a win. But most times we're not going to be able to do that. Second thing I want to talk about is our point of attack defense. We're still having a really hard time containing dribble drive penetrations. And those dribble drive penetrations are collapsing our defense, forcing us to scramble defensively, causing mismatches, causing point guards to close out on small forwards or guys like Chris Boucher, shooting threes, which just have no effect as far as a contest goes. So I want to see us try to really focus on containing dribble drive penetrations more. Obviously, we're missing Avery Bradley. He's our main guy as far as locking down point guards. You don't want to give that duty to Jimmy Butler right off the bat because he's just going to be too tired chasing around these smaller, faster guys. He's obviously the best guy that we have to contain a wing. But as far as point guard duty, you don't want to give him that, maybe unless it comes down to a playoff series where you need him to do it and need him to start off with that. But overall, pretty good game overall. Can't complain as far as what we did offensively, or as far as what we did defensively. But only two things is get that three-point defense up. Hopefully when Avery Bradley comes back, maybe after All-Star break comes, we get that going and start being able to stop allowing so many three-point shots. Stop giving them three-point shots. Those things go hand in hand together. So we'll go ahead and get into the ugly because we had quite a bit of an ugly play last night. And we're going to talk about that ugly play. So getting into the ugly, let me preface everything by saying this. The first ugly part of this is that both Jimmy and Bam did not make an All-Star. Absolute trash. That is garbage. Nick Vucevic, great players, good numbers. He should not be an All-Star. They're seated lower than the Miami Heat. Vooch doesn't make the impact on the game that Bam does. He just shouldn't be an All-Star over Bam. It's just absolute garbage. That's ugly number one. Ugly number two. Let's talk about that spin move. We all know Pascal Siakam's patented spin move that he loves to do. Loves to spin, loves to lay it up, loves to do all that cute stuff that just doesn't work against Bam. Never has. Bam has always shut down Pascal Siakam. Looking at his stat line now, what was it? 7 points he had? 5 points. Not even 7 points. 5 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. That's not an all-star. Bam's an all-star. But let's talk about how Bam taught Pascal Siakam how to spin tonight. Bam attacked the rim, hit a spin move on Siakam, and then dunked it, flushed it down, threw it down with a hammer. And it was just such a phenomenal play. It was ugly. It was ugly, and that's what you want to see out of Bam. You want to see Bam take it to the rim with aggression. You want to see him take it to there like he's trying to take somebody's head off. Because he has the physicality to do it. So I want to see Bam do more of those ugly plays. I love when Bam does more ugly plays. I want the ugly section of this video to be just straight up Bam. I want him to be dunking on everybody. So I loved what I saw from Bam. I loved what I saw from the entire team. It was just a great, great, great game overall. Before we finish out the video, I do want to take one quick look back at the game against OKC and what you guys saw in that game that we didn't see. Some of these comments are going to actually be a little funny now because of the turnaround that we had this game. Winning the game by a healthy margin, that was a good. We're going to actually shout out Ayan Ali. Thank you for commenting. Giving Jimmy a rest. I love how he kept his minutes low. Most teams, as far as the bad goes, most teams would be blowing out OKC by halftime. But I like what we did in the fourth quarter. We ended up starting on the 15-0 run. And as far as the ugly goes, as far as Jimmy Butler, you're talking about his knee injury. And Jimmy Butler, he looks fine now. It looked fine last night. He hit a couple threes. I loved the shots he was taking, those mid-range jumpers, and he looked good. Those shots were wet. It wasn't even hitting the rim. It was wet. So that was nice to see. So, Ayan, I appreciate you commenting. Anybody else, like I said, if there's something in this video against the Toronto Raptors, maybe it's something good, maybe it's something bad, maybe it's something ugly, something you guys saw that I didn't see, let me know in the comments down below. I'll put you guys up and we'll talk about it a little bit more. So I want to thank you guys so much for checking out this episode of The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. I'm your host, Jonathan, aka 3-Piece Combo, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a great day.